The other thing I know you wanted to talk about, I just wanted to remind you, is the John Krasinski thing.
Oh my God, this fucking John Krasinski.
Just give me your quick thoughts on this entire situation. I saw you getting vocal about it on Twitter, and when Twitter Joe goes,
he goes. I didn't go too hard on that. I mean, I had a bigger conversation in my group chat about it that I was not going to have like on the internet. Mm-hmm. But basically, people are upset that John Krasinski, who plays Jim Halpert in The Office, and a bunch of other shit now, but that's what he's known for. He created this thing called Some Good News. He created it during the quarantine because he felt like the news was very depressing and it was very sad. So he wanted to create this space where it was only feel-good stories and blah, blah, blah. And it was free and it was on YouTube. Then now, as the quarantine slowly kind of, they're lifting some restrictions and this and that, the idea was bought by Viacom. So he sold the structure of the show and the idea to Viacom for probably millions of dollars. And he's going to be an executive producer on it. He's not going to host it anymore. And people lost their minds as if he did something like horrible. And dishonorable was the word that I saw that really pissed me off. As if there's something like dishonorable about creating this great idea and then selling it to a network that can put it on TV. The downside was that they're going to put it behind a paywall. So they're like, oh, now this thing that people, were getting a good feeling from, now it's behind a paywall, blah, blah, blah. But to call John Krasinski, who, by the way, is a fucking producer and actor, not a fucking YouTuber, like, dishonorable, it's just insane.
Yeah, what's dishonorable? If you're a spy and, like, working for the Soviets.
Yeah, like, treason.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, this guy didn't do anything fucked up, man. Like, that's just the way of the world. It's the business of it, And, like, I challenge anyone to go out there and be like, I'm going to create this thing and I'm going to, put time into it and work on it. Because make no mistake, this dude put together a show. Like, that took effort, dude.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, the thing that, especially that he did with the whole Office fucking cast, like, this was work that he was putting into this thing, and he knew the end game. Like, this is an idea that's great. And listen, it's still a great idea because he could sell it to Viacom, and then they have, like, this news outlet that's only good, heartwarming stories. Cool. It's not any bullshit. It's not any tabloid celebrity shit. It's, like, just feel-good stories. It exists now because of John Krasinski, and he's dishonorable because he sold the idea to Viacom when he's not going to be a YouTuber. He's not going to host a show. He's a fucking actor, and he's a producer. Or a director, or whatever the fuck he did. Well, A Quiet Place, I think he wrote or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or he directed it. I don't know. But it's like, that's his job. You're asking him to just throw away his career for this idea to make you feel better. Like, you're insane. That's just not the way it goes. And then there's nothing dishonorable about that. It's just, I think he did the right thing. Like, you create something, it does so well, good. Quarantine's coming to an end. He's eventually going to have to go back to work. If you can make millions of dollars off of that and let it continue to live on, then okay. But what's the alternative? Is like, oh, the honorable thing to do is to quit your job and to keep doing this show for free on YouTube and just, make people happy and just forget about your career. Or go back to your career and just let it cease to exist. Just let it die and no one else do it, and that's that. Or you make a bunch of money and it continues to live on. It's an easy decision. And my biggest thing, the reason why I get mad is because there's these fucking verified freelance writers for fucking No One Knows magazine, and they just have to fucking write some bullshit, and they're from Ohio, and they live in New York City, and they have a fucking fire escape, and they feel like, oh, I know the struggles of being the fucking writer who struggled. Like, fuck you. You just need something to be upset about, and you want to be contrarian and have this opinion that's just bullshit, dude. And I just don't agree with any of that, and I think it's fucked up. And I think that what he did was great. So anyone who's fucking could disagree with that can suck ass. Anyway, let's get to these ads.
No, I agree with you, bro.